Hi, I'm Alyssa Osterfeld and I love making slime. Today I'm going to be making slime on USA Kids Today Next Generation. You want to use regular school glue. You want to use about 1 cup. Just get your cup of glue in there. Then this part is optional, but you can add color to your slime. You can use paint, but I like to use regular food coloring because paint can harden up and kind of make the slime a little clumpy. So another thing to keep in mind about when you're adding your coloring is you don't want to add too much because that will stain your hands. So, I mean, you can make it as dark as you want, but just keep that in mind. You don't want to make it too dark. So then you want to thoroughly mix this. Make sure you get all of your colors mixed. I love the way it looks when it's getting mixed. So I'm going to make a little purpley color today. You just want to mix this really well. You can add coloring in after you make the slime, but I recommend doing it while it's still glue because it gets pretty messy when you use it after you've already made it. So I'm just going to add a little bit more to make it the preferable color that I'd like. So you just want to mix that in. So, just want to make sure you thoroughly mix this. Now, really, most school glue would work. You don't have to use Elmer's, but I just know that works really well. So, now that you got the color that you'd like and it's all thoroughly mixed, this part is optional too. You may add some glitter. You can also add confetti or cologne beads, but I'm just going to add some glitter. Any glitter would work, fine glitter, thick glitter. You also don't want to add too much glitter because this will get on your hands too. And if you've ever used glitter before, then you know that it's very hard to get glitter off of you. So I think I'm just going to do a little bit of all. And you just want to stir this in. You can also add glitter after you make it, but again, that gets a little messy. You can also get fine glitter too. So I'm going to be using some thick glitter. Yeah, I think I'm going to add a little bit more.
I just let it go.
So then we just mix all that up. Okay, now for our activator. So today I'm going to be using, Today I'm going to use my borax. Just want to wipe your hands first before you touch anything. So with your activator, you want to add very slowly. I like to use it in bottles like this, like old hair dyeing bottles, or maybe if you've got old ketchup bottles, because it kind of slows down how much comes out of the bottle. Plus it's really nice and easy to use. So for my solution for borax, to be on the safe side, I use a half teaspoon to a cup of water. Some people use a whole tablespoon or a teaspoon, but this is chemicals, so you don't want to make sure, you want to make sure you don't get a chemical burn. Like I was saying, you really want to be careful what you do with the borax because, yeah, it may take a little while because the borax solution is not as strong, but you just got to mix it in very slowly. And another thing is when you're talking about activator, you don't want to overactivate it, like whatever you're using, whether it's borax, laundry detergent, saline solution, you just want to add it slowly, and you don't want to make it too sticky if you have like warm hands, because I know I personally do, and it melts the slime. But you don't want to overactivate it also. You don't want to make it like too hard. You just want to find the texture that's right for you. Just want to slowly drizzle that in. But to me, borax tends to kind of make the slime a little bit more stretchier, but if you don't have the solution all the way mixed up, or if you don't have it all the way, if you don't have if it's too strong, it can kind of get like an egg kind of like texture, which is not what you want. So you want to just make sure that you mix it all up. You want to add your half teaspoon into some warm water so that it fully dissolves. And if you save the borax and don't make any borax every time, I suggest shaking it up so that the clumps are all out. So yeah, we're just going to mix that up. You kind of want to mix for a little bit before you add more, because sometimes the activator takes a little while to fully get that reaction. So you're just gonna drizzle some more in there. See it starting to form. I don't know about you guys, but I just love making slime. Now let's talk about disposal. I personally like to, you might just want, the easiest way really is to just put it in a plastic bag and throw it out, because you don't want to put it down the drain, because that will clog the drain and then you'll get in trouble, and you probably won't be able to make slime. Or you don't want to throw this out into your yard or something, because I've done that before, because people could step in that, And so really, like I said, the best way, throw it out, plastic baggie in the trash. For containers, you can use Ziploc bags or some other plastic baggies, but I personally like to use containers, because containers like this, you want to get some containers like these. You can find these at, the Dollar Tree. Pretty much any container, really, it doesn't matter. Because one, it's really easy to get out, because plastic baggies, it can be hard to get it out of there. And two, you can just play with it inside of the container to just poke it. See, I have all of these slimes in containers. All of those slimes. So yeah, and if you were going to do something crazy with your slime, this could just be your base coat. If you were going to make foam or something, this is just your basic base coat slime. So you just got to kind of let that reaction start to happen. sometimes it can take a little bit because the borax isn't as strong, but you'd rather be safe than sorry. Also though, after you're done playing with your slime, if you do use borax, well really any type of activator you use, you're going to wash your hands. You're going to want to just wash them because you just want to get all of that stuff off there, because detergent, you can't eat that. Contact solution, you probably can't eat that. And borax, you definitely can't eat. So I just recommend washing your hands every time. But yeah, you know, you can have lots of different slimes. Sometimes it's cool to give slimes names, you know, just to give their own little character. Like this kind of looks like a grape slushy slime. So another cool thing is like to remember your slimes, you could label like, oh, once I get this in the container, this is grape slushy. So just want to mix this up really well. As you can tell, it's starting to form really well now. It's getting pretty thick. Just want to make sure you mix all of that activator up in there. Now you could probably go in with your hands, so you're going to want to pull your sleeves up if you have any. One thing is, like, you want to keep one hand clean, but sometimes you do go in with two hands. It's just, if you do two hands, you're going to want to have a paper towel or something, or towelette by you, because you're going to need it. So I'm just going to go in with my hand and start kneading this. It's not done yet, but sometimes it mixes better if you use your hands. And you don't want to add too much activator, like I said, because sometimes the reaction takes a little bit. So I'm just going to keep mixing this all up. Just want to get this all mixed. Depends on the batch, but sometimes it can take a lot of activator. Just want to mix that up. It's almost done, as you can tell, because it's getting pretty clumpy now. Like I said, just keep in mind with the activator about how much you use. If you got warm or sticky, warm hands or cold hands. Just gotta fully mix it up. I mean, you may like your slime really sticky, and maybe your cousin or your brother or your friend likes it not that sticky. I personally don't. I kind of like it in the middle. Because, I mean, if you don't have it, like, if you have it, like, really sticky, then it can be hard to play with. But if you don't have it that sticky and it's, like, kind of like a fluffy slime texture, it can not be that stretchy, which also I don't like. So I just try to keep it somewhere in the middle. And you just kind of want to knead it a little bit before you add more borax or whatever you're using for your activator, because sometimes you need to just mix it up to get the reaction with your hands. Sometimes you need to use those instead of, you know, your spoon or fork, whatever you're using to mix, or your spatula. Now, you don't have to use a spoon to mix this. You can even mix it with your hands the whole time if you really wanted to. It's just, I personally like to not get that messy, because less messy I am, less mess I have to clean up. this is my finished product. And right about now, you could probably take it out and play with it on the table. So you just want to get your container and your plastic baggie. Just throw that in there. Well, this is Alyssa Osterfeld. Don't get too sticky.
That's a wrap.